Hey guys, hope you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. Hey Broopy. Yeah, welcome guys. A little Q&A stream here, testing for tomorrow's box break. Yeah, so if you have any questions, just ask me anything. I'm looking at the chat right now. I'm just trying to find out a way to actually get the chat into my OBS. It's definitely possible, I just don't know how. But yeah, doesn't matter. If you have any questions, I will start. And we might open some packs here today as well, just for fun. Because I have some loose Rarity collection, quarter century edition obviously, packs here lying around. I think about 10 packs, and yeah, I can't sell them because I don't know if they're weight or not. So we can just open them while talking a little bit. So yeah, waiting for the first question. Let's get the packs. All right. Okay guys, I think you know the set already. Rarity Collection Quarter Century Edition here. And I bought these loose in Akihabara. You couldn't buy them for a while because they were sold out. But, sorry, my voice is a little cracked today. But I bought a couple packs here and there, so I definitely don't know if these are legit packs or not. And yeah, since I really can recommend this set to you guys, I can just open some and we can talk a little bit, I guess. So let's see if we can pull anything. The pull rate in the set is so awesome, guys. I think you get 3 collector rares, 3 ultimates, 1 extra secret, and 1 quarter century in the whole set. But yeah, I'm not expecting to pull a quarter century because I really think, yeah, I mean, these were sold from people to the stores, so most likely there's nothing in here, but you never know, right, until you open. So we have an Eldritch here, Eldorici, and what do we have here? Alright, we start slow with a secret rare. Hi David, welcome. Starting slow with a secret rare. And I will probably sell all these cards here on my Cardmarket, so if you're interested, just check out my Cardmarket. It's probably in the description. And yeah guys, where are the questions? This is a Q&A. And yeah, also by the way, let me know how the streaming quality is, how the camera setup is, how the recording is of my voice. Can you hear me clearly? Can you see everything decently? Oh, look at the shine. Nice. Hey Bilingual Duelist, I love your content. What do you do for a living? Good question. I'm actually doing this for a living right now. I don't have a job despite of doing YouTube, selling cards. Yeah, this is pretty much my job right now. Dimension Attractor. Okay, last card. Can we get something? No, but we have a Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon here in Secret Rare. Check this out. Really nice. Welcome, welcome. How come you can only sell to Germans? Yeah, that's a really nice question. I was asking myself for quite a while also. Um, if you ask me this question, you're probably not a German person, because if you would be a German person, you would know how shitty our tax system is and how difficult it is actually to manage all that tax related stuff. I mean, when I was still just a private seller selling some cards from my collection, I had no issues at all, right? Selling some stuff to US people, selling some stuff to other European countries. As of right now, though, started my business like last year. I got the first restrictions in for my company, and I technically can sell, but it would make the whole accounting pretty damn hard for me. And there's also one other thing. It will, the rules I'm underlying right now, they will change very soon. And therefore it would be just for this year, and I'm not going to spend that much time and effort for just 1 year. So we have 2023, right? Yeah, I think so. In 2024, I will be able to sell again internationally, no problems. But this year I'm not going. Oh, we have something nice. What is this? This is a collector's rare. Wait. Is this a normal collector's rare? Why is it like parallel here? Do you see that, guys? Wait, why is that? I mean, we have the typical like shatter on the edges here for the collector's rare. But why is this parallel? Wait, I have some collector's rares right here. Is this just the lighting? No, this is an ulti, sorry. This is the collector's rare, right? Oh damn, I never noticed that. I have a different lighting setup right now, but I never noticed that these have like the parallel rare effect. Did you guys notice? Wow, okay, first time I'm seeing this. Let me grab one more. This right here is an older collector's rare from the OCG, and they look a little different. It doesn't have the parallel rare, right? No, it doesn't. Also really cool card, can really recommend you guys. I think a lot of you don't even know this card exists. Atos Collector's Rare. I think it's from 2014 or something like that. Cool, okay, learn something new. So actually, these new Collector's Rares have a parallel foiling to them as well. Really nice. Okay, let me get a sleeve here. Of course, Japanese sleeves here. I really like these sleeves. Yeah, but always so annoying to import them. Alright, and the last card we totally forgot is this Kaseki Chosa. Don't know the English name right now. Okay, Selena, you go back. And you go also back. Okay, did I miss something in the chat? Let me see. Yeah, I answered that. So yeah, the reasoning behind only selling to Germans this year is the tax issue. Yeah, I actually sold a lot of stuff to American people as well last year. I had quite a lot of customers there, but this year, unfortunately, I cannot sell. I eventually want to buy a blue shimmer blue eyes. Do you think the best way to get one is to go to Japan and buy one locally? Definitely. I mean, yeah, going to Japan is expensive because, yeah, from Germany, for example, I pay at least 1k euro, not dollar or something else. I pay at least 1k euro for going to Japan and coming back, so both ways. As of right now, I think it's even more expensive. It's more close like to 1.5k. So that's, if you take that into account, that's also already quite expensive, right? But if you actually want to explore the country, which I can really recommend to you, Japan is, in my opinion, the best country to go to for like, yeah, traveling, food, all that stuff. It's crazy good. And also the people are so nice and everything is clean. people are social. You don't have these people sitting around somewhere drinking, throwing up. I don't know. I mean, the kind of people you don't want to have in the city. You don't see those in Japan because I don't know why it's just not happening. So if you're going there on vacation and on top of vacation you actually buy some cards, it might be worth, but actually spending 1.5k just to go to Japan just to buy cards, I mean, if you have the money, why not? But yeah, difficult question. I mean, buying the cards there in Japan, nice, we got another collector's rare here, is definitely the cheapest way because you don't have any like sellers in between, obviously. Oh, we have him. 増殖する G. Max C. Why is it G in Japan and C in like Europe, America? Don't know. These secrets also look really nice, alright? Yeah. But again, if you are going to Japan anyways, or you're interested in the country itself, definitely plan beforehand and also plan some budget to buy cards. But just for buying cards, I don't think you can justify spending so much money for the flight ticket to actually buy the card, or only buy the card. All right, what else do we have? After discovering your channel, I became addicted to OCG Ultimates. Yeah. Glad you were addicted now, because that's why I'm doing the channel, right? I want people to get to know this awesome stuff, because TCG, as you know, doesn't have all that cool stuff. I went to Japanese school, yes. It was quite quite an intense, or I had to spend quite a lot of time like studying in my childhood. I had schools like on Saturdays, and it was quite tough, to be honest. So when all the other kids are going for like soccer training or having some tournaments or something like that, I went to school, right? So as a kid, I was cursing the Japanese school. Now I'm really happy I went there, and I'm really grateful for my parents that they took me there and forced me. But it was not for free, right? I had to spend a lot of time. And yeah, hope you guys watched today's card hunt. I think it was a really cool card hunt. I showed a lot. One question here from Mickey Mouse. So whole displays have the same fee as a single cards, also Einfuhr plus the commission fee. So he is technically asking about prices for displays, because I'm also importing stuff for my German customers. And I mean, you just have to, you can answer the question yourself, because if I buy you a display which is, for example, 50 bucks, and I buy you a card which is 50 bucks, importing the display is of course way more expensive than importing the card, right? Because the card just weighs 5 gram and the whole display maybe 300 gram. So it's also a weight kind of thing. So definitely the more weight a certain thing has, like also sleeves and other supplies, the more expensive the import gets. So there, I think this will answer the question. But of course, percentage-wise, the customs are the same, yeah. I'm going to Japan one day from now. What's the best place to eat at Shinjuku for locals? Best place? I gotta be honest, I don't go to Shinjuku because it's more like the partying scene there in Shinjuku. There's a lot of nightlife. And I'm not that guy who goes out for drinks, because I don't drink alcohol, for example. But I mean, you can't really go wrong with food in Japan. Look at this awesome Change of Heart secret rare here. These packs are actually pretty decent. I mean, I didn't expect to pull like anything, but pretty decent. But as I told you, Johan, Shinjuku, just check your Google recommendations. You can't go wrong with food in Japan. I mean, did I ever eat something which I didn't like? I mean, of course, you can get the standard quality. And at some point, if you're in Japan, you get used to the high quality stuff, because usually the quality is pretty decent in Japan. That the normal quality feels kind of bad. That can happen. But I mean, despite of that, I can't really give you any advice, unfortunately. I don't go to Shinjuku at all because there are no card shops there. Okay, Zip Air is a lifesaver. 600 bucks a round trip to Japan, California. Okay, Yeah, there might be, of course, some cheaper alternatives, but yeah, I don't really know anything about that. I plan to go to Japan as a tourist eventually, so I will just a blue shimmer then. I will buy probably. Is the blue shimmer hard to find even in Japan? So the thing is, guys, if you go to Japan, you are basically expecting to see everything I'm showing in the videos, right? This is not Japan. This is Tokyo Akihabara. If you're not in Akihabara, actually, things are not the same. Things are not the same for sure. I'm showing you so many rare cards when I go on my card hunts. Actually, if you go anywhere else in Japan, I mean, I went to Hiroshima on vacation with my girlfriend. I found a couple card shops and I also made a card hunting video on my channel about that. But yeah, the selection was way different than in Akihabara. So I would say if you go to Tokyo, you will find one. Let's not talk about the price here. You might get one decently priced or maybe overpriced, but there is not that many out there that you can actually choose. But you will definitely find one if you go to Akihabara. Yeah, especially Card Shop Magi. I think you know the place. If you go there, you will definitely find something, a blue shimmer. All right, and we got a secret rare Astrodam. The lighting right now is pretty cool, right? Looks really nice. Okay, the card shop's experience and being in Japan is worth it besides just buying cards. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm going there for the food. I really like Japanese food. And it's not like, if you say Japan, you probably thinking of sushi and stuff, but even if you don't like seafood, there's so many options. Just for vegan people, it's quite hard, I guess. I have some like friends who are vegan in Japan, and it's super difficult to get something, especially, of course, if you eat at home, you cook yourself, you can do it, obviously. But going out, I mean, every ramen broth has some kind of animal products in it, usually. It's really, really difficult to get something. Yeah. But Japan is really nice. Can really recommend all of you, if you haven't been to Japan, plan it at least once in your life. You will not regret it. Definitely. Having a card business in Germany, do you have more demand for German or English cards? Because of my channel, I don't have any demand for like English or German cards, because people follow me or buy from me because I'm a guy who can get OCG stuff. And that's the whole reasoning behind my channel and all of that, right? So people don't buy TCG stuff from me usually, and I'm also not selling that much. I mean, I have some cards on my Cardmarket. Oh, nice, we got an Ash Blossom in ultra rare. But oh, extra secret, nice. So the extra secret wasn't pulled here. Unfortunately, a card I don't know. Look at this. It really depends on the angle, right? I mean, if I hold it like this, it's pretty boring. But in this angle, it looks pretty thick. Yeah, unfortunately, what is this? Smoruardo. Smoruardo, okay. Not a card I like, but yeah, maybe it's playable, I don't know. Maybe someone wants this. Yeah. So yeah, people buy OCG stuff from me. That's basically the answer to the question. Yeah, nothing else I can tell you about that. I have some like leftovers from my childhood collection, or when I did like German openings way back, like when I started my channel, I had some cards lying around. I opened them, but yeah, people are not here for TCG. I thought you were a party animal type of person. Why do you think that? Why? No, I'm not. I'm really not. I don't drink alcohol, so the whole party thing is basically gone from there. Yeah, not really much into drinking alcohol, because if I drink alcohol, I mean, I just don't feel good. You guys probably feel relaxed or you have fun. For me, it's just not a good experience. I feel like I get a headache sometimes. My nose is just getting swollen and stuff. So it's actually a good thing I don't spend money on alcohol like my friends do. So I know I'm actually saving a lot of money, and that money I'm putting into cards. Are there middlemen for heirs in Japan, or can I send you cards for grading? Tallery, the whole ARS thing is pretty damn limited right now. Long story short, I think the situation will change with time. As of right now, even if you're a Japanese person, even if you live in Japan, you can't grade if you want to grade. They changed the whole like system. At first, it was like first come first serve. So they would set a date, they would announce it on Twitter. For example, on Sunday we are going to reopen our submissions. Yeah, be there on time and yeah, fill out our formula. Then you can grade with us. And I was doing that, right? I was always setting my alarm. I was fucking ready to like smash my credentials in the small formula. I always got a spot, right? Because I did it under a minute, always. I'm that type of guy, not a party person guy. And yeah, now they changed the system and it's now a lottery. And yeah, I have to figure out how it is right now because the next submission for ARS or the reopening is on Monday, I think this Monday. So yeah, actually in 2 days. And yeah, we will see how it changes from there. But you can't offer a service if you can't grade yourself, right? So we need some more time. I think ARS is currently expanding. Nice, an ultimate rare. Cool. This is the ulti. Did I miss here something? No, it also has the dots, right? But that was obvious. The dots I knew they had. Just on the collector's rare I didn't know they had the dots. But yeah, as I told you, no middleman service, and I do not grade any cards anymore. I did it for some like regular customers. I graded some, but I cannot even take from these kind of people anymore because it's just impossible to grade right now. So if you want an ARS graded card, it's probably easier to buy the graded card itself. 7-Eleven in Japan is like a high-class store. It's pretty nuts since 7-Eleven is seen as a dirty store in my country. That's interesting. That's really interesting because 7-Eleven is from the US, right? And you are from the US. In Japan, it's really high-quality food you can get there for pretty cheap. For all the Germans in the chat, it's like comparable. No, it's not actually comparable to a Tankstelle, to a gas station. But yeah, it's cheaper than a gas station and it is opened all the time, like 24 hours, 7 days a week. You can get food. They fry food. They do fried chicken and all that stuff. And it's just really good quality. Lighting and audio quality is great. Thanks, Ellie. That's nice to hear. Then we are set for the box break tomorrow. Extra secret is small world is playable in some decks. Okay, then I might be able to flip that. I will go to Tokyo with friends end of July, start of August. Would you be there around then? Yeah, I'll be there. And there's a German question. I'm not going to read out that. I heard Blue Eyes Ultimate Rare was 3,000 yen for mint copy long time ago. Is it true? That feels too cheap, lol. Yeah, it's true. I mean, way back then the card wasn't really that rare. I mean, the card itself basically isn't that rare. The pull ratio for old Ultimate Rares is 1 out of 3 boxes, I think. I mean, it is still rare, but they printed a lot of boxes and Japan also didn't have unlimited and first edition print runs, right? Small world. So therefore there is number-wise or quantity-wise, there is quite a couple of copies out there, but just the demand is crazy. Japanese people want them, Chinese people want them, Korean people want them, and Europe is getting on the track too. They are starting to realize there's something they definitely missed out on and they're trying to catch up right now. And a secret rare Kaguya. But back in the day, Blue Eyes was very, very cheap, even in good condition. Unfortunately, yeah, I sold all of mine when they were still super cheap, so I had to take the bullet and buy the expensive copies. You're part of the reason why I'm shifting to collecting OCG instead of TCG. That's nice to hear, Chris. I think that's a good thing, to be honest. I mean, TCG, they finally started to do some celebration. Yeah, the quarter century stuff is finally coming to the TCG as well. But think about the Kaiba suitcase. I did a showcase on the channel like, when did I do that? Last year? Yeah, it was last year. And the quality of the card was insane. I mean, they reprinted an old card in the old layout and the quality and the looks of the cards are actually old. And the TCG will get the Kaiba suitcase as well soon, right? They announced something, Konami just teased something, don't know any information about that, but I think it's pretty sure that the TCG briefcase suitcase is coming. And after I've seen the 25th anniversary loose packs, I'm really doubting that they are actually putting any effort into making the card look like the DDS Blue Eyes. So I'm just not excited for that thing. I mean, prove me otherwise if the suitcase comes out and the quality is like, or you can see that they put some effort in to make it look retro, vintage. I would be really happy, but until yet, Konami has to prove that. Nothing like that ever happened. So, I think going for OCG is really nice. The quality is so cool. We have way more rarities. You can't play the cards because they're Japanese and you can't read them, but if you're a collector, it doesn't matter. If you're playing certain formats, you know the effects. Why should it matter, right? Okay. Yeah, Henna Otoko says, lottery, that seems silly. It seems silly, but it is actually more fair if you think about it, because now they have the submission bracket time. They have like opened it for, I think, 3 or 4 hours. And if you like somewhat manage to submit something in the time, you will get randomly chosen. It's more fair in a way than just like prioritizing the people who are there and have time available to do it really quick. I would prefer it like it was before, right? Because I was able to grade very regularly, but seeing the whole picture, it seems fair to me. What do you think about the upcoming pod collection? Japan one is about $300 and TCG about $160. I heard about printing the promos in Japan. Do you have any idea why prices are this different? I know the pod collection, but I have no idea what's going on with that. I'm not following that because I'm not that interested in figures. I know there's some promo cards also to it, but sorry, I don't know anything about that, so I'm not going to tell you some bullshit about that, or I'm not going to start guessing stuff. Alright, one more question from Javier. What do you think about the Ghost DMG from Envelope 2017? I'm planning to travel to Japan and I might want to get one. Love your content, dude. It's amazing. Thank you so much, Javier. Appreciate the comment here. Yeah, the Ghost Rare Dark Magician Girl. What do I think about it? I love the card. It's so damn expensive, but if you're actually going to Japan, you can still save about 30% compared to buying it from some other people. The card is actually on my want list for this year. I'm saving up for that card right now because I think you can't go wrong with Dark Magician Girl to begin with. And on top of that, it's very limited. Not many people have it. It's cool to have something very rare in the collection. That's just my opinion. But if you have the money, if you can afford the card, go for it. I'm also chasing one right now. And I will definitely try to grade it with ARS once they are available again. And I'm currently having also a submission at ARS. I'm right now in Germany, so I won't be able to receive it, but my girlfriend will be able to get the package at least when it comes. Oh, we have another collector's rare. Cyber Angel Benten. Really cool. And it's a crazy submission, guys. I think it's the most expensive submission so far because I graded some of my Asian English Ultimate Rares. I graded my Golem, my Ancient Gear Golem is in there. My Elemental Heroes are in there. Phoenix Enforcer is there. Shining Phoenix Enforcer is in the submission. I'm so hyped for that and yeah, looking forward to that. But yeah, they are actually taking their time right now. But I'm not there anyway, so I couldn't even have a look at the cards. But when I'm back in Japan, I will do the video right away because at that point I think, yeah, that the submission will be back. Alright, and we have a secret rare, Serena. Okay. Next question from Sean. How friendly are the card shop and other similar shop to foreigners? Also would one day be enough to get a good look around Akihabara? In general, Japanese people are very polite, respectful, and even though you're not even able to speak Japanese, which would be, yeah, a criteria in other countries where the people wouldn't be that nice to you. That's just what I have seen, especially in Germany. Yeah, sorry, I'm roasting the Germans again. But in Japan, actually, I think you can have a very nice experience. They will try to do their best to, like, yeah, answer your questions and stuff. Yeah, and I mean, in the end, they know you want to buy a card, they want to sell a card, they will try their best. So you shouldn't really worry about that. They will be friendly enough. Just make sure, for example, if you want them to open the showcase for you, don't just walk up to the registry or the cashier, I don't know what it's called, and ask them directly, because usually there is some line somewhere and you have to line up. Yeah, and if you line up, wait for your turn, and then you get something, then you get the person to open the showcase for you. There shouldn't be any reasons why they shouldn't be friendly to you. So don't worry about that. This will be fine. About the 1 day thing in Akihabara, I think 1 day is pretty, yeah, I mean, if you choose the shops you want to go to beforehand, you just go there. 1 day would be probably enough. But Akihabara is, you can explore a lot there. And also in my card hunts, I'm not showing every single place. I'm just showing the places I like to show. But there are smaller places. You can always check out these. There might be some deals even. I don't even know because I'm not a player. There is a lot of shops focusing more on meta cards. So 1 day is the bare minimum to cover the most important shops. But if you want to look at all the shops, I think 1 day is not enough. Especially if you're on a, this is very important, guys. If you're in Japan and you are there on, how is it called, on the weekends, the city is so full. I mean, there's so many people living in Japan, right? So if you're shopping on Saturdays, Sundays, I would then say it's not enough even to cover the most important shops. It's just too many people. You have long waiting times. You have to queue up every time, right? It's not that easy to, yeah, or you just need more time than 1 day. So at least plan 2 days, I would say. Yeah, and it would be best to have a weekday there also. Okay, also, do you have any interest in Korean cards? So Korean cards, guys, I like, wait, let me rephrase that. I didn't like Korean cards for quite a long time because for me, as a collector, I seek cards which are rare and beautiful. Some people just need beautiful cards for their collection. For me, I want them to be at least a little rare. So Korean for that aspect, since Korean is printed, yeah, all the time, still up to the current day, Korean is not rare. So I wasn't that much into Korean until I learned that actually Korean Ultimate Rares, even though they're unlimited and even though they're printed up to this day, they look pretty nice. They look pretty much like the EU variants of the Ultimate Rares. Oh, Magician's Salvation Rescue of the Magician, I think is the name of the card. Nice. But since I learned that the relief actually can look really, really nice because EU reliefs are, yeah, at least the second best, right? I mean, there's only Asian English, which can be better, which usually is also better, but not every time. So there's that, right, with Korean cards. But I wouldn't like go all out for Korean cards, pay a lot of money for the first edition Korean cards. They are really rare, but for me, they do not add much value because the cards I can also get in the TCG, they are the same. They don't have that exclusivity like the Japanese cards have. The Japanese cards, there's certain rarities, certain cards you can only get in a certain rarity in Japanese. Korean doesn't have that. Maybe there are some exceptions, but usually they don't have that. So there's no real reason for me to go for Korean cards. And also, it happens, right? Sometimes you get bored of a card, you want to switch that card for something else. Maybe you just want to flip it. And yeah, then you are stuck with the card because there's not that many people actually collecting Korean. So yeah, there's also that aspect. So my interest for Korean is not that big, yeah. Okay, Delta Raviel, in the future, will you bring a video where you focus on showing prize cards for sale in Akihabara? It would be interesting because on eBay, most of the ones for sale can be found in Japan and often. Wait, did I understand it correctly? I mean, on my card hunts, it would be stupid if I would just show prize cards, because there might be people interested in prize cards, but it would be better to show all the stuff which is cool, right? Not just prize cards. So I might do a video on prize cards, especially not a card hunt, but yeah, a video where I talk about prize cards. At the same time, I'm not that much of a high-end collector where I really care about prize cards, because these are just way too expensive and out of my reach. I mean, I'm saving up for that Ghost Red Dark Magician Girl probably, yeah, pretty much a year, so I can afford that. And she is in Japan around 3K. It's not that crazy for a prize card, because there is way more limited ones. But for me, it is also, yeah, almost out of reach. I mean, I have to really, yeah, look that I save up enough to get her. Therefore, prize cards are just cards for people who basically finished their collection, right? And there is nothing else to go for than prize cards. What I can really recommend, though, talking about prize cards, is the reprint of the prize cards from the extra packs. These are really cool. Let me show you one. 1 second, guys. I have too many binders. Alright, got them. It's actually these guys, right? You know, these extra pack 19. Kokui no Noritoshi. Really cool artwork. And the live stream from Strictly Sealed, I learned a lot about these prize cards, the original ones. This guy here is more like silver colored, so I guess this is a second place prize card. And these I really like. I mean, these are not that expensive. You can buy them. Some of them are, of course, more expensive than others, but these are very underrated cards. They look very unique. As you can see, they are really, really nice cards. And they are actually not that easy to pull even. I mean, these are from Japanese boxes, and I think Omar, Strictly Sealed, told me in the last live stream that these are not guaranteed in a whole box. So you will not get an extra secret rare in one box. You will have to open multiple boxes, and these are not that cheap anymore. Another one here is the Pit Boss, E-Hero. Entertainment Hero is his name. Pit Boss. Yeah, these are really beautiful, and yeah, I recently purchased the Legendary Dragon of White and the Dark Magician, I don't know the name, the Dark Magician, whatever. And yeah, I'm really happy. They're in Japan right now. Couldn't check them out yet, but I got them from my vendor basically, so I'm sure that the quality is very nice. These are expensive. Like, I paid like 500 or 600 bucks for both of these. But yeah, really hard to pull and beautiful. And these are actually accessible. So for people like me who doesn't have like thousands to spend every month, these will do the trick for me at least. So prize cards for me is therefore not that much of a discussion as of right now. I love to learn about them, but since I'm not bothering chasing them, there's not that much interest personally into these prize cards. Yeah, these are cool. Okay. Let me see, where was I? Do you use Mercari Japan and Yahoo Auctions? Yeah, if I'm in Japan, obviously I use those platforms. There's a story about Mercari. I started using Mercari like when I moved to Japan, and I moved to Japan last fall, so not that much time ago. And I always thought Japanese people would never scam you, even on like platforms like Yahoo and Mercari. Boy, was I wrong. I mean, they are scamming all the time. You have to be really, really careful with what you're buying. Nice. Awesome collector's rare here. Zoen. Verstärkung. No. Don't know the German name. Looks really nice though. Yeah, I got scammed really, really hard. I bought a Blue Eyes. It was a blue shimmer. I bought it on Mercari. And I basically paid near mint minus price. So a couple K. I saved up a long time for that card. I was following a certain card quite a long time. It arrived. Yeah, on first glance it looked really nice, but then I noticed it had like a little dent to it. Not a crazy dent, but there was a dent. And on the pictures I was able to see that he was covering the dent with a thumb on some pictures. Therefore, even if the angle would have actually shown that there was a dent, I couldn't see it. And you can't refund on Mercari. They don't have any buyer's protection there. So I use that service, but I'm really careful with what I'm buying. And therefore, I used to buy more there, but nowadays I'm more buying on my card hunts because I can actually look at the card and yeah, see what I'm buying. And also I have a vendor. He's a friend of mine from high school. I guess high school it is. He has his own card selling business. He doesn't have a real shop. He's more like online and selling to Japanese people only. But I have him, and he is also getting me good cards, good quality cards for my customers in Germany. So there is no real reason to go for like Yahoo auctions and Mercari all of the time. But I do scan the market because some rare items you can only find on Yahoo auctions or Mercari. For example, Asian English boxes. I have never seen one before, but if they pop up, they will be on Yahoo auctions or Mercari. So it's more like getting a feel for the price of the stuff, why I use Mercari and Yahoo auctions. Hey buddy, I'm a big fan. Thank you so much, Stefan. It means a lot to me. If I visit Japan, would you be willing to hang out? Technically, yes. I get a lot of, there's actually quite a lot of people asking me to hang around in Akihabara. And I always tell them, yeah, dude, I mean, if I have time or if I'm already in Akihabara, sure, we can meet up. But I cannot like arrange like certain, we cannot plan everything beforehand because it has to be I have to be able to be there. I don't want to change my plans just to go there because you are there. So it's more like if it happens that I'm in Akihabara that day, something like that, sure, why not? I have met quite a lot of viewers already, and yeah, it's actually quite fun to hang out with you guys. So definitely, if you're in Japan, let me know when you're there, and we can maybe find something. Card Labo has a call button where when you want to see a showcase, which I found nice, I usually try to speak to them in Japanese as much as possible, out of politeness, even with my limited Japanese. Oh, okay, so you're actually in Japan right now, Frank? Rarity? I didn't know you're in Japan. I thought you were in the US. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah, some shops have these like buttons you can press, and yeah, they will get notified. It's a really cool way to basically ask for the people to come over and open the showcases for you, and you don't have to line up and all that stuff. I would wish it would be in more stores, but at the same time, if the stores get crowded, even if you push, there's nobody coming because there's nobody able to handle your request basically. But yeah, it's a cool thing, and yeah, that you are trying to speak in Japanese as much as possible. Yeah, they will be grateful because Japanese people hate to speak English. They are so beautiful. Yeah, I know, Eddie, I think you ordered some through me, right? He will get yours soon. Are the good guys. This card cannot be used in the duel, yeah. Like the tortoise. Yeah, you were talking about the prize cards I had. Yeah, I really like them as well. I'm going full on them right now. I want to have all of them as well. Have 1/4 century display left. Should I open it or hold? Yeah, I mean, if you want to enjoy opening packs, open it. If you want to gamble whether it's going up in price or not, keep it sealed. I mean, it's that simple. I cannot tell you how the prices are going to be in a month or in a year. So you have to decide for yourself, Nemzo. Yeah, they are not in every box, correct. The extra secret rares are quite difficult to pull. Are there any card scams to look out for? Card scams, I guess you're talking like card scams in Akihabara or Japan in general. If you go to shops, to stores, usually you don't have to worry at all about getting scammed. Japanese shops, they don't scam you. They have so much to lose. In Japan, like keeping your face and that honor thing Japanese Asian people have, right? It's real. It's a reality. if you lose your face, whole Japan Twitter will shit on your store. You are done. So they will never like scam you if there are like official stores. It happened in the past already that there is block Oripass and Oripass. I will show you a block Oripass real quick because I think some of you might not know. Look at this. This is a block Oripass, right? I bought it. It was super heavy. I brought it in my backpack. And you can only see a couple of cards here. But the cards looks pretty cool. You don't know what's inside. You pay a certain price, for example 50 bucks. You only see a couple of cards. Usually it's only the first card and the last card you see. And from there on, it's basically a lottery. You can get something really cool in them, but it's not guaranteed. And there's another thing called regular Oripass. This is a block Oripass because it's a block of cards which are an original pack. So I forgot to mention, but Oripass means original packs. Japanese people love to shorten and combine new words. And these original packs, if they come like a block, people are not expecting too much. There's also these packs, the shops make themselves. And they also always have a lineup. You can see like the first prize, the second prize, they have a whole lineup, a poster or something like that. And you see also the condition of the card. They will put like whatever they do in the store, like putting the letters A, B, C for the conditions. You will know what's in there to get, right? You will also know how many Oripass they are actually selling. So for example, very expensive Oripass, there's maybe only 50 original packs and every one costs 500 bucks. There's a certain lineup, you can get that and that. And you will somehow know what you can expect. And it already happened that some shops forgot to actually put in the biggest card. And there are some people in Japan, like groups of people who just buy all the Oripass from a place to actually check if all the cards are in there which are advertised. And dude, there were also some quite known shops, even the brands we are seeing in Akihabara in my card hunts every now and then, and they get so hard shit on. They basically get the biggest shitstorm you can ever imagine on Twitter, and they have to apologize so many times and actually somehow find a way to please the customers. But it can happen, right? Therefore, it's always quite a big risk, and I don't usually go for Oripass, but I like these block Oripass. And I will open this on the channel, by the way. If you're curious, we can find out. I think this one was only 30 bucks or something like that. So even if I lose some bucks, it's okay. But these are Oripass, and that's a little story about Oripass. So scams, not really, but make sure not to buy from Mercari and Yahoo auctions. But I think you can't even buy if you're a foreigner. You need Japanese ID and stuff. They're very strict. You also need Japanese phone number to actually get an account at Mercari, so it's not that easy. So if you're just on the streets shopping, don't worry about scams. Okay, I bought an Holoacti in Rakuma, and they sent me a fake from AliExpress. I believe it only happened at my country, lol. Okay, I mean, what is Rakuma? Is it a Japanese place, Javier? Let me know if you're still here. I don't know what Rakuma is. But it probably, it wasn't a well-known card shop brand, right? Like Hobby Station, Card Labo, Full Comp, Card Rush, Dragon Star. All these places will never sell any like fakes. Never. Will not happen. I'm in the US right now. I went to Japan in January 2023. Cool. Okay. I really hope you enjoyed your stay in Japan. And I also remember you because you're basically commenting on every video. So huge thank you to you, Fran. I just don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Fran RC265. Okay. Next question from Flo and Becky. Nico, is it true that Konami never printed a rare and valuable E-Hero Neos? Every single Ace monster of every season does have one, but I can't think of one for Neos. Out of the top of my head, I think for Neos, you're right, there is no real high rarity card, but there is actually a parallel rare from the deck, and I think there's also a vendor pack Neos. And what a vendor pack actually is, there's a guy called Versa Collectibles on YouTube. He's a small channel. He's starting out with his channel. Pay him a visit if you're interested in that topic. But vendor packs are basically packs from gacha machines. And gacha machines are those little, machines where you put a quarter or something, $1 in, you turn the little wheel and you get something out. And there was a time where there were certain parallel rares coming out of these gachas with various kinds of heroes and also other cards. And actually that Neos is the most expensive one, and I think it goes for around $50, $60, something like that. So that would be considered the highest rarity. But yeah, there's no ulti. Obviously we got a secret recently, but no old vintage print for it. So yeah, you're basically right. There's no real high rare Neos. 私は日本語勉強します。Was dein your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh video is Duel Monsters 2 of... Okay, sorry, I don't understand what you said there. Hey Nico, thank you for the call earlier. Is this your first stream? Hi Jan. Yeah, no worries. I always do like calls with my customers because I really like to keep it very personal. I don't have I usually don't have customers which just buy one time from me. So it's always this, talking to people, getting to know each other very well until I decide that I'm going to sell to you. And yeah, this is why I'm also doing calls with new customers or new people joining my community. And yeah, but this is not my first stream. I just didn't stream for quite a long time. I did a stream half a year ago and I opened some History Archive collections already on stream. But since then I didn't stream, and I also have a new PC, so I had to set up everything from scratch again, which is why I'm doing this little test stream and I'm doing this little Q&A with you guys. By the way, hit that like button, guys, if you didn't hit it so far. Would help me out a lot. So yeah, let's get down to the second to last pack here. Zoeng. We have a... What is this? I always forget. Vision Hero Faris. Alright, and we got an ultra rare, so no high rare in this pack. And the last card will be Ghost Trick Datenshi. Alright, also cool artwork. Secret rares. In the recent time, I really learned to love secret rares. I was always just an ultimate rare guy, just caring about ultimate rares, but recently I started to care more about these. I think they're beautiful. Secret rares are really cool. Oripa card vending machines are hilarious. They sure love vending machines. Yeah, they love gambling in Japan. But I mean, all over the world, people love gambling. Rakuma is a marketplace like Yahoo and Mercari. Is it a place from the US? Because it's not from Japan, right? I can't imagine. I mean, I can imagine that on some sketchy site you might get fake cards, but yeah. Friend is fine. Okay, I know now. Rakuma is a marketplace. Okay, but is it like a Japanese or? I guess it's a US place if you all know that place and I don't. There's this prismatic secret rare of Neos, OG art and new art. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for your comments. Actually, yeah, all these comments on the videos help me out a lot, and the likes. But the comments are more important, I guess, for the interaction with you guys. What's your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh video game? I said mine is Duel Monsters 2. So I really only played one video game, and it was on the Game Boy. I think it was on the Game Boy Color, but I have problems with the names because I played it when I was a child, obviously, and since then I haven't touched it. I have the game somewhere, but I can't find it right now. But it was a very old game. You were able to do the most random fusions I have ever seen. More ridiculous than the anime, in the anime. Yeah. But actually, I mean, I played some other Yu-Gi-Oh games on PC later on, but let's be honest, guys, the Yu-Gi-Oh games didn't evolve that much, so yeah, I lost interest quite fast in these games. Alright, so last pack for today, guys. Can we pull an Ultimate Rare or a Collector's Rare still? We got Jackalope. And... oh, we have something nice. To end this video, we have an Ultimate Rare. And a monster as well. No way! We doubled up on the Jackalope. Yeah, I don't have this one yet, so this will be probably going to my collection because I really like the Rarity collection cards, and I might actually start to get a full set of ultis and collector's rares at least. Yeah. And we got the Sword Soul. Ami, wait, what's the name? It's so small. Ayame no Sokenshi. Yeah, this is also a card I really like. Cool artwork, not like too over the top, like, yeah, waifu style. It's cool, looks strong, I like it. Really cool. At some point I might get also the more scarce rarities of her, Quarter Century and Extra Secret. But yeah, also the collector's rare already looks really nice. Okay guys, yeah, do you have any more questions? Because I'm basically done with my small pack opening here of the Rarity collection. And I mean, yeah, unless you don't have any more questions, I would finish the stream here, because this is basically just a testing stream for tomorrow, because there will be a box break. Tomorrow I can show you what we are going to open. We are actually going to open these 3 booster packs. Booster boxes, sorry. Booster boxes tomorrow on the stream live here. Same time. Yeah. 20, what is it? PM. So 8 PM German time we are going to do a box break with these 3 boxes here. And yeah, I already sold all the packs in here. Really cool set. You can pull the Ghost Rare Dark Magician Girl, not the tournament one obviously, but a different artwork. In here, I mean, this set, all of you should know, the History Archive collection, a really cool set. We will pull a Starlight Rare out of this tomorrow, someone will get it. And in here you can get the Exodia pieces in Starlight, which is also very nice. Alright, another question here from Walden. Volume 4, 5, 6 and 7 have a reprint Stadio Dice version. Are they rare or printed more than the original? For 4, 5 and 6 the Stadio Dice version is more rare. For 7 it is actually the opposite. So for 7 actually Stadio Dice is more available. And I can show you my, I don't have sealed boxes, but I can show you my open boxes really quick. Move that blue eyes over here. Let's have a look, guys. Oh no. Oh no. Got it. Okay. So as you can see, so the difference he was talking about is this small lettering right here. Here it says Takahashi Kazuki, and these are basically the original prints. And Stadio Dice would be in katakana. You would not be able to read it anyways, but these I see are all like first prints. So even this one, this box here would technically be the more rare box. It's not the reprinted box. I'm pretty sure you can see it on the box itself. On the packs you can see it definitely. Yeah. And I'm missing volume 2, as you can see. And yeah, that's bothering me a lot, but yeah, I wasn't able to find a reasonably priced opened box for volume 2. I mean, these are expensive, guys. These are opened boxes. It's basically just cardboard. Well, technically all the cards are just cardboard, but you know what I mean. And these are not cheap. I think volume 1 is easily at least $100. And actually this one is very nice condition, as you can see. It's very minty. I think someone recently opened this box here, maybe to pull something. Someone with a lot of money, because these boxes, not that crazy like LOB first edition, but these are still 5K sealed. But this box is flawless. Yeah. Don't know why we're talking. You asked about the Stadio Dice. So yeah, I think I answered your question. Kannst du nochmal alle Hits zeigen? Can you show me all the hits? Yeah, sure, Harry. I can show you all the hits real quick. I mean, we pulled a Jackalope Ultimate Rare. What else did we pull? We pulled Zoan Collector's Rare. Don't know. No, it's also Ulti, sorry. I always forget the names. Verstärkung der Armee is the German name. But now, what's the English name? Yeah, I don't know. It's also the same with Pokemon cards, guys. I know German Pokemon cards, the names. I know Japanese, and I now know also the English ones. It's so confusing sometimes for me to not mix all of these up. It's the curse of being bilingual or trilingual. We got the Cyber Angel Tenden as a collector's rare, also really cool. I mean, these all look so cool. We got the Nutos. It's a Japanese name in Ultimate Rare. We got the extra secret rare Small Wardo. What else do we have? Yeah, I mean, this is also a hit. Change of Heart secret rare. Beautiful card. We got a collector's rare Dingiras. We got a Maxi. And we got the Cherubini. Yeah, I think these were all the hits. So yeah, pretty decent for buying loose packs in Japan. I didn't really expect any hits, which is why I wasn't selling them. But yeah, these were all the hits. Volume 1 to 7 are best. Yeah, I mean, these are really cool. I also like the volume series, but they don't have any like ultimate rares, right? That's my issue with the volume series, but I mean, yeah, the layout is the best layout they ever had on the cards. And I'm currently thinking, do you guys want to see like the differences between the layouts? I mean, we have 3 layouts in the OCG. Just let me know in the next couple minutes. If there's anyone asking for it, I will do it. But yeah, volume series really cool, really OG. And oh, there's actually one thing I can tease you guys already, because I'm going to open something really crazy. I just don't know when I'm going to open it. Give me a second here. And this is also a perfect example for the Stadio Dice thing we were talking about. Check this out, guys. These are the starter decks, EX starter decks. There's this one here. It's quite small, actually. You can see there's only enough space to fit like 2 cards side by side. So it's really small. There's this deck here. And there's also this one. And this one has like the VHS. A dual guide is in there. This is also called EX, but this is EXR. This set here has a set number on the cards. This set here doesn't. So this is basically considered, yeah, Shoki or Nikki, basically Nikki because it's the second layout. And what I wanted to show you guys is that if you look closely, the box here, it also has a different coloring, right? You might not be able to read Japanese, but you can at least remember basically how it looks, right? It's quite long, the lettering here. And if you compare it to this one, can you see that? It's different lettering, right? It's because this one is the Stadio Dice version. This one is the first print. And for these decks, the Stadio Dice is more rare. For some reason, I don't know why. And this one is actually quite beat up. As you can see, it's coming already off the foiling. So I got this for really cheap way back. I think I paid only like 150 bucks for it. Nowadays it's 500 or something like that. But I got it super cheap because it's so beat up, right? And at some point I wanted to open this. Maybe I opened this at my 2K special or something, because I collect the cards from these decks, and it's a real pain to get all of the cards which are in here for my deck binder, because I'm collecting whole sets of decks. I'm going to open this probably when we hit 2K subscribers. So yeah, tell your friends and family to subscribe to my channel so we can get there faster. But yeah, a really awesome item. There's cards in it, don't worry. I checked that, and it was once 2,000 yen, as you can see. 20 bucks. Yeah. And there is obviously a Blue Eyes and a Dark Magician in here. Really cool stuff. And this one I will keep sealed forever. Okay. Yep. You know 3 languages, so wouldn't you be the trilingual duelist? Yeah, I just didn't like the sound of trilingual duelist. I think bilingual sounds better. Yeah, guys. Any more questions? I mean, we are already 66 minutes in. My voice is also starting to die a little bit, but yeah, if you have some more questions, I would be willing to answer them. If not, you can definitely come to the live stream tomorrow as well and ask me there if there's anything left. All right. Then I would say I will end the stream right here. Thank you guys for tuning in. It was a lot of fun talking about it. And yeah, the final question I'm going to answer is from Fran. What was the maid cafe like? Dude, you're really watching my videos carefully, as I'm guessing right here. But I went to maid cafe not just once. I went there at least twice, always with company, with different friends. And yeah, what can I say? I mean, there's these maids like on the street, right? You can go to them, or sometimes they even wave at you. And we just ask about what is a maid cafe. We were like 16, 17 at then, so quite a long time ago. And what they do is they will basically walk you to their maid cafe, and it is always quite hidden. So you know the maid street, the maid odori, I'm always showing in my Akihabara card hunts. The maid cafes themselves are not like on the big streets, like left and right. They are a little hidden, so you have to walk a little bit, and they will walk you that way. Then you go into an elevator. Yeah, you go to the place, and once you're there, every maid cafe has a different like theme. And the one I went to is a theme where it's basically like the setting is like school life. So they had like the schoolyard, they had behind the sports gym kind of thing, where the cool kids are hanging out, and they had like classrooms and stuff. And it's quite funny because these maids, I mean, their job is to entertain you, and they will do like these weird games with you. And yeah, I mean, they will bring you a coffee with like a heart on it, or they will write your name on a dish, like on an omelette, something. They will write with ketchup your name, something like that. So it's quite funny. They will play Jenga with you. They will play a lot of board games with you if you want to. It's actually quite a fun experience. And yeah, the only thing is, I mean, I mentioned in my video that there is this, you shouldn't go if you're like 60 plus. I mean, yeah, it depends, but when I went there was this guy sitting there alone with a Game Boy. He was like at least 50 years old guy, playing Game Boy in a maid cafe, and he was chatting with a maid. And yeah, that I thought is pretty weird. Yeah, but I mean, if you're just there, you're like, you want to try it, you're in Japan, yeah, just do it. It's also not that crazy expensive. I mean, you pay a little extra for the dishes, so a regular dish would be 1,000 yen, so maybe $6, $7. And if you're in a maid cafe, you will pay maybe 50% more. So instead of $6, you will pay like $10 or something like that. So yeah, not that not that crazy. You can definitely do that. Tech Mang, recommended way to buy OCG cards when not in Japan, when e.g. from the US. Yeah, it's difficult. It's really difficult because you have the problem, especially with eBay, that there is a lot of sellers who are not, is it correct, faithful? I mean, people who are trying to put cards which are worse condition, they will sell it to you as a better condition. I'm not sure if it's the correct term. So it's really difficult, and this is also why I can do my job, right? Because I'm basically a middleman. You can buy from me. The only problem is I'm not able to sell outside of Germany for this year. I will be able to sell to you next year. So if you're interested in buying certain cards, OCG, of course you will pay more than when you go there yourself, because I have to make my money. I have to pay a lot of tax. A lot of people forget that. I mean, a lot of people are just selling privately, and they think like they bought something for $100, they sold it for 120, 130, whatever, $30 profit, easy, right? But if you're a vendor, it's not like that. You have to like pay a lot of tax on a lot of things, from import to when you actually sell the cards. If you have a you have a profit margin, you will have to pay tax on that profit margin as well. And this is why, for example, if I buy a card for $100 in Japan, you will not get it under $150 from me, because if I don't charge this much, I wouldn't really make any money on that deal. Yeah, so there's a lot of people who do not understand that. And I always tell the people, look at eBay, look at what you pay there, compared with my price. If my price is appealing to you, or if the transparency and the service and the openness is worth for you, then you can buy from me. Otherwise, yeah, try eBay, try your luck on eBay, because obviously you can get pretty nice deals there. But the best way really is to find some kind of middleman. I know it's hard, but all the big guys have middlemans. Maybe Strictly Sealed, he maybe might be able to help you. But yeah, Japan is not that easily to access, also because of the language barrier. So it's not easy. I cannot really tell you where to get it. I can only tell you, wait for next year. I will be able to sell to you some stuff if you want to. And you will have to, or you have to find someone else who's willing to do the job. Maid wa daisuki desu. Yeah, I can imagine you like maids. Recommended way to buy OCG cards from the US. We already had that. Oh, you have a Pokemon collection. I don't know why or how you're realizing that right now. I do have a Pokemon collection. It's not that big. I'm also grading a couple of Pokemon cards with PSA right now, so my collection is not at me. Otherwise, I could have shown a couple of cards. But yes, I do have a Pokemon collection. I mean, Pokemon is the OG. I mean, everybody started with Pokemon. Nobody played Pokemon, but everybody collected Pokemon, right? So Pokemon is, yeah, you can't hate on Pokemon. You can hate on modern Pokemon if you want to, but don't hate on OG Pokemon. It's all of our childhood, and obviously I have some cards left, but I'm not like buying any big cards. I'm more like buying, I mean, I have a couple here, right? Give me 1 second. I mean, I have nothing else to talk to you. I will show you. It's nothing that crazy because, yeah, as I already told you, look at the Pika binder here. Most of my more valuable cards are currently being graded, because I actually want to sell a couple of them to fund that Ghost Red Dark Magician Girl. But I'm a huge fan of the artworks, which are like E-series, or in Japan we had the VS, the Versus series. I don't think we had that in the TCG or US. I like the artworks. I don't really like the e-reader kind of thing here, but I just like the artworks. I think this era is just something unique. The base set artworks also very nice, but I have seen them so many times, and for these, haven't seen them that often. So yeah, I really like these. I have more, and these are all commons right now. I will have some holos later on in the binder, but these are actually not cheap. I mean, this Gengar, for example, and these are like from my childhood, and I never played with these. I only collected way back then already. These are mint. There's nothing wrong with these cards. I really like the artworks. I think these are great. There's also some really crazy artworks, like there is this Gyarados, Lance's Gyarados or something like that. Guys, the trainer names are also different in all the 3 languages. But I remember Lance. Yeah, look at these cards, guys. Look at the artworks. I mean, you don't really think like know these, right? Yo Versa, welcome to the test stream, which is already going for 75 minutes. Didn't plan it for that long. Yeah, Versa, if you have any questions, you can also hit me up in the chat here. I'm continuing the live stream as long as there is any questions in the chat or my voice completely gives up. Yeah, for example, this one. Wataru no Putero. I don't know who's the trainer here. Maybe you can guess from or tell me from the artwork. I know it's quite small, but it's a really cool artwork. I mean, it's so dark. The style, how it is drawn here. Look at this. It's so nice, right? And they also have already the new bag. And yeah, I'm a big fan. Yeah, long story short, I'm a big fan of these layouts, or not the layouts, the artworks, which came with the layout they have. And yeah, a lot of comments. Also really cool. I don't like these clay dolls so much. Some people like these, but I don't like the clay ones. And yeah, actually, this is also a cool story. If you know, this year, it's just a sheet I have left. But I opened a 20th anniversary base set reprint box. I opened it when it was in Japan 40 bucks. Now it's like 2K or something crazy. I opened it, I also filmed it, and it is actually on the channel. It is just so bad quality because I just filmed it for fun. I never thought I would do YouTube back then, but I actually already recorded that. And I pulled the best card in the set. I didn't even know. There's a Charizard in the set, which is in PSA 10 sells for 2.5K or something like that. It's crazy. I pulled it. I also pulled 2 normal Charizards and 1 more alternate art. I was super lucky back then. And I also kept the box, as you can see. Yeah. I was always a collector, you can see. This is the proof. Yeah, let me have a look at the chat. But we will finish the binder, don't worry. That's how I buy OCG card. Thank you so much for the live. Okay, I don't know. What do you mean? My starter box costed me a loot. Yeah, starter box is really expensive. I mean, if it's sealed, 3-4K in Japan. So even more if you're from the US or something, somewhere else. Big fan of yours. Always happy to hear that, guys. That you love the content. That's why I'm pumping it out, right? Is Radio Kaikan the best zone to purchase Oripass? No. The best place to buy Oripass is probably Twitter. But that's basically not accessible for foreigners. Yeah. If I were you, I would buy block Oripass from Cardshop Magi. These are great value. You will not get scammed. You will get at least the value you paid for. And I mean, if you bring the cards to the US, they might be even worth more money, right? So I don't buy Oripass myself because I always lose in these lotteries. So I can't recommend you. Gambling is not good, Jesus. Buy the cards you actually like. It's cheaper. It's boring, but it's cheaper. Yeah, true. I enjoy collecting for Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, yeah. But at some point you have to decide a little bit, right? Because it's getting too crazy expensive if you collect both. Code evolved. You're the reason I started collecting OCG. Unfortunately, I had to get rid of the majority of it for a family emergency. That's super unfortunate. I hope you will be able to get some back in the future. I did keep my graded Tokyo Dome cards, however, I'll never get rid of them. Awesome. I also have the Gate Guardian in the PSA 9, and I have the Magician of Dark Chaos, Black Chaos. So confusing. In the Ritual one in the 9, and I'm currently grading a Trihorn also in PSA, but I think it will be an 8, but we'll see. Tech Mang is asking favorite rarity, ultimate rare. I mean, you haven't been here long, Tech, right? If you would have been here for a little longer and watched a couple of my videos, you would know that I'm very biased and I like ultimate rares. I love E-Series to X-Series Pokemon cards, best cards in Pokemon in my opinion. Yeah, I don't like X-Series because I don't like the artworks. They change a little bit, right? But yeah, E-Series, I'm definitely with you. How do you keep up the OCG info or learn more about OCG in general? Are there Japanese sources or English ones? I only know Road of the King. Yeah. I mean, if you're able to read Japanese, you will get all the information from Konami Japan, from Twitter, and yeah, from other YouTubers in Japan. For English, I don't know. So, I mean, if you're interested, you have to find some Japanese, yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! News channels and just go from there. Oh man, so many questions, my voice is dying. Level 100 is asking, do Japan have their own grading service? Yes, of course, my man. They have the new grading service opened up last year in fall. Cannot talk enough about this. It's called ARS. They only grade in Japan though, so you cannot grade if you're like outside of Japan. You need a Japanese address. I can show you this lab. I mean, there's plenty of videos on my channel. I can show you this one here. This is basically one I'm selling right now in my shop here. It's a Cyber Dragon. I graded this myself. I'm selling it for 230 euros. It's an ARS 9, as you can see. Yeah, beautiful relief, right? This is my love. Ultimate rares. Also GX era. Yeah, and the grading is on the back, the grade itself. And these are like super thick. At least double the size of a PSA case. I mean, I can get one right now. Look at this, guys. This is the Harpy Queen. This is basically comparison. So tallness, same. Let's look at this. Boom. This one, double the size. And this one, you can't open that easily. This one, you take like, I don't know what it is, but you know, right? Tuck, 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 it's opened. This one, you can't open that easily. It's really hard to open. And what I like about these is actually, I also have my personal collection graded with ARS. And if you grade your childhood cards, they won't get 10s. They might not even get 8s, right? But you still love them. If you go with PSA, you will always have the grade like in your face, kinda, right? You will see the grade every time. With this case, it adds a lot of aesthetic to the card itself. I personally like it. Some people say the card is like too much floating and there's nothing around it. Yeah, people have different tastes, right? But for me, this is the perfect slab because I can have my childhood cards encapsulated, protected. These you can't open these are so sturdy, you can't damage these. These are now protected forever. You can put it somewhere and yeah, there's no grade or something like that which you always see. It's just about the card, and this is what I like. And also it happens to be that it looks like a trophy, which is also very, very cool. And this is why I love ARS, but unfortunately they are so overrun with submissions. You can't grade with ARS even if you wanted to that easily. They're doing lotteries right now. We talked about that earlier in the stream, so when I upload the stream to my channel, you can check that, the discussion about that. I won't repeat myself here, but this is basically the Japanese grading service. I love them. They're doing the greatest job. Whew. All right. Could I get an Oripa on my buying list? Sure, Jan. But I will do the Oripa myself, usually, unless you want one from a shop. But I also sell like my personal bilingual duelist block Oripas, and I have some dedicated customers who always buy them up. ARS for grading cards, correct. PSA 9 Gate Guardian, PSA 8 Magician, and PSA 7 Triumph Dragon myself. Yeah, pretty much the same like mine. Yo, Brandon, welcome. Are you using your phone to record the cards and stuff right now? If so, what app are you using to connect it to OBS? Yes, that's what I'm doing. I did maybe 1 hour of research yesterday before I was doing this. The app is called, let me have a look here. Where is it? I don't want to break anything right now. But yeah, I'm using my phone. It's an iPhone. I have a Mac, so that's very easy to set up. I think it was called Elgato Cam or wait, here it is. No, it's something else. You can message me on Instagram. I will look it up later. But yeah, it works pretty good, right? I mean, if you're like asking how I'm doing it, then I guess the quality is pretty decent. And yeah, I'm using iPhone always for my videos. I always use iPhone. Just for my face cam, I usually use my camera. I would use my camera for also showing cards, but in Japan right now I don't want to get a huge setup, because like to have the camera from the top view you have to come up with a certain setup, and yeah, it's just, I mean, since I'm not there permanently, I don't want to spend too much money and time and effort to do that. I'm surprised the TCG doesn't introduce Ultimate Rares before Sword of the Duelist. Yeah, I'm surprised as well. But at the same time, I'm quite happy, because that's definitely a reason to go for Japanese cards. If we wouldn't have the OG Ultimate Rares, I mean, still OCG, of course, Japanese cards are really nice, but yeah, there would be a whole lot missing, right? And just in case you don't know, I will show you. You just have to be careful not to damage anything, and I have to find what I want to show. Oh man, I wanted to finish the Pokemon collection, but okay, after this question I will just finish it really quick. This, guys, is my selling binder. There's all the cards I'm selling right now, and there's a lot of Ultimate Rares here as well. And for example, Summon Skull here. I'm not going to do it very professionally here, but Summon Skull, Gemini Elf, these are all Ultimate Rares. OG Ultimate Rares, Japanese only, very exclusive cards. Check this out. Summon Skull Ultimate Rare. No Korean or Chinese variants here, just Japanese. This is why Japanese is so special. And therefore, yeah, I'm kind of proud that I owned these way back. But yeah, unfortunate for all. Yeah, I mean, I collected TCG as well back then, right? So also unfortunate for me that I couldn't get both versions, but yeah, there's that. And I think this is also the last page. So you see, not that many cards. I like the OG cards here, Pokemon OG stuff. Don't ask me why I have this one in here. If you know, you know. Quite funny. But yeah, these are the cards I have here. And yeah, just classic stuff. I don't have any base set because, yeah, I don't really... I like base set, but I've seen them too often. So I got bored of them. So I don't have any... Okay, these, yeah, I know, are base set. But yeah, despite of that, I don't have any. Alright, that's my Pokemon collection. Wanted to finish that real quick here. Okay. Is it possible to buy from you in US? No, Brandon, unfortunately not. At least not for this year. Next year, a lot of things will be changing tax-wise again. And if it really goes well, I might start to expand my business, but I'm not planning to be honest. I want to do my regular job again and do the Yu-Gi-Oh! And selling stuff as a side hustle again. But it really depends. I mean, if there is a lot of people and I can actually satisfy all customers, then I might do more. But for now, I'm not planning to do like a large scale business, like for example Omar is doing. Yeah, but maybe in the future. But I definitely need some German tax person. I need to hire a person to do all the tax stuff. German taxes are so crazy. There's so much to be aware of. I can't really do it on my own anymore then at that point. And I'm not at that point right now. This is just a suggestion, you don't have to listen to it. I just wanted to tell you that your camera right now looks better than in your videos when you sometimes crop it in a vertical way. So when I do my videos, usually I'm in Japan, right? Right now I'm having something very sturdy here. I mean, I can show you real quick here. Can you see that? I built this myself. Basically, a friend of mine built this myself. I'm using this for recording. And when I'm in Japan, I have basically something similar, just very lightweight. And actually, it's not that sturdy and it is like angled a little bit. So the viewing angle is actually not that nice. And I'm trying to crop a little bit to make it look a little better. But yeah, I'm right now in Germany. I don't have this setup in Japan. And since I'm not in Japan forever, I will come back to Germany in November, December, somewhere around that. That's the reason why I don't want to invest too much, right? Because I have all the stuff already. I'm buying it twice, and when I come back, yeah, what do I do with it? That's the thing. But I always appreciate suggestions. I might not listen to it, but I always think about that, reflect on myself. Is it something I could do? Would it add value? So always, if you have some suggestions, let me know in the comments. I will always consider it. Looks great, and I haven't found a way to do it myself, so definitely will hit you up. Yeah, just hit me up on Instagram. You know where I am. Do you have a page on eBay? No, I don't have a page on eBay. I just have Cardmarket, and I'm doing like personal level sales. I talk a lot with my customers. I don't have like 100 or thousands of customers. I have a lot of regular customers, and I'm really taking care of them, and they are taking care of me. So this is basically our yin and yang kind of thing, give and take, right? OCG and TCG for the win. I mean, yeah. What else is there? What is the background of you traveling back and forth to Japan? Do you have family there or just go for ideas? I mean, I'm Japanese, right? I'm half Japanese, half German, so I have family there. I always wanted to live in Japan for a while because I wanted to experience how it would be if I would have been born there. And Japan is just such a nice country to live. And I really like Japan. It's so convenient. People are so nice there. You don't have to be afraid like walking outside at the middle of night with your phone out. I don't know. It's not guaranteed. Even in Germany, something can happen. In Japan, you don't have to worry about that stuff. People are very social. Nothing will happen. The food is so much better than in Germany. Sorry, I know German food very well. I grew up here. I know the Japanese food. I know Japanese food is miles ahead of German food. German food is so simple. Japanese food is always evolving. So food is nice. People are nice. The only thing which is not that nice is work-life balance. So yeah, if you're in Japan, you work for a Japanese company, you won't have time for other things anymore, basically. They expect you, they're very traditional in that sense, and they expect you to be at the office for a very long time. And that's just not for me. I 100% disagree with that attitude. It's starting to change, but until the younger generation is coming up to the top, it will still take a lot of time. This is the only reason why I don't want to permanently live in Japan, and also, of course, family and friends. I grew up here, so they are all here in Germany, and yeah, I don't want to really move forever. And this is why I'm going back and forth. Right now, I'm doing a little longer trip. I lived in Japan now for almost half a year. Now I'm in Germany just for a couple of weeks to take care of my business, basically. Yeah, to look at my parents, what are they doing, how are they doing, and so on. But I will be back in Japan in 2 weeks, about 2 weeks, yeah. All right. And I always went to Japan at least once a year in my holidays. Even in school, I went there for summer vacation, basically. It was always Japan for me. I mean, if I didn't go to Japan and decided to go to a different country, I wouldn't be able to see my family for a year, right? It's crazy. It's just that far, unfortunately. How are you now in Japan? Job, dual citizen, any culture shock when you moved? I mean, I've lived in Japan already. When I was in high school, I did like internship. No, not internship. The thing where you go to the school in a different country. I don't know. Exchange. And yeah, I mean, obviously, it was a culture shock because you have to speak in a completely different language all the time, 24/7. The food is different. I mean, it's different in a good way, as I already told you. But obviously, if things are different, human beings are just used to like regular things, right? And if something major changes, then you will have to adapt, and it will take time. You will get culture shocked. And guys, this is actually a crazy story. I was in Japan when the Fukushima earthquake was happening. I was there. That was the year when I did my exchange. It was 2011, right? I went to Japan 2010. I was there about half a year, and then in March 11th, it happened. The huge earthquake, and yeah, it was so crazy. I was perfectly fine because I was already at home, but crazy to experience something like that. Also really, really scary. You can't, like, the complete mobile network, broke. You couldn't call anyone, you couldn't send any messages. Trains were not moving, all the traffic stopped, and yeah, it is. It was such a crazy time. But yeah, that's a story for a different time. I didn't know that you have so much Pokemon stuff. Yeah, there's probably a lot of things you don't know about me, Jonas. Only the things I'm showing you on YouTube, right? What do you like? Guys, by the way, it would be so helpful if you would yeah, ask the questions in English. I know you are able to, because yeah, I have to read the German question and translate it. It would be a pleasure if I could read them in English. What do you like in Germany more than in Japan? What I like in Germany more is, first of all, you have space. In Japan, room and space, your apartment, your house, whatever it is usually quite expensive to get a big room. And also the rooms are not that well insulated. It's not a problem for me to hear someone, but for example, if I want to sleep at night, sometimes I can't sleep because I hear my neighbors laughing, something like that. It really annoys me. And yeah, what else is better in Germany? In Japan, it's crazy. I'm pretty sure you don't expect that, but in Japan, they don't have a lot of PC gamers, right? So all the popular esports titles like Counter-Strike, League of Legends, Fortnite, all these kinds of games, you actually have very long queuing times because Japanese people don't play on PC. They prefer, for whatever reason, they prefer to play on consoles. And I'm a gamer myself. I love playing League of Legends when I have the time. I also love to play Counter-Strike. I'm really hyped for Counter-Strike 2. But yeah, in Japan, it's pretty shitty. I mean, there's the thing that you can't play with your friends from Europe, right? Because the servers are too far away. You have high ping. And in Japan, you have long queues because there is no people playing. And sometimes I feel like I'm in high elo queue, but I'm just average. And it takes sometimes 10 minutes to find a game. So there's that. What else do I like more in Germany? Definitely one more thing is that in Japan it gets dark very quickly. I don't know why that's the case, but obviously it has to do with the sun. But in Germany on long summer days, I don't know if it's the same in the US, but the longest day is basically up until like 10 p.m. Like it's still bright outside. In Japan, it's always dark at around 5 p.m. Yeah, 5 p.m. So that's also a thing I don't like in Japan. But there's not that much I prefer in Germany, to be honest. If all my friends, family were in Japan, I would definitely choose to live in Japan, I guess. And if they open some more servers in Japan to play League of Legends, Counter-Strike, all these games. I haven't visited Japan in 10 years, renewing my passport, and I'm enlisting in college. Yeah, so you have to be half Japanese or something, right? If you want to renew your passport. Yeah. Favorite hero monster. Favorite hero monster. I mean, I like that you're not asking for my favorite card because that would be not, I wouldn't be able to answer that. I'm answering this a little biased. I'm saying to you, Elemental Hero Shining Phoenix Enforcer, because I have the Asian English version of that card and I just love the pop of that card. And Enemy of Justice is such an interesting set in the TCG as well. There's so many different printings of the Ultimate Rares, so many. I think there's like 4 different reliefs for Enemy of Justice only. I think also unlimited only, right? It's a crazy set. You can get a better version than Asian English even if you get that exact copy from, yeah, I don't know which tin. But the Asian English Shining Phoenix Enforcer is crazy. I really like that card. I hope it will get the ARS10. And when I'm back in Japan in like 2 to 3 weeks, I will show you guys my submission. What is your main career in Germany? Yeah, my main career basically, I graduated in IT department. Is it how you say it? So I was working as a software engineer in the cloud department. Basically, I was doing a lot of cloud application stuff, and I miss it, to be honest. I'm not working this year because I couldn't continue like working remotely for my company here in Germany because I started to live in Japan. But when I'm back here in end of the year, I will definitely start working again for them because I just enjoyed coding and all that stuff. And my personal goal would be to basically not work 100% for them, maybe like 80 or 70%, and the rest of the time I would do my YouTube stuff and yeah, sell a few cards here and there for you guys. That would be my goal for now. And if it goes super well, I might at some point switch completely, do only Yu-Gi-Oh! Because yeah, both is nice, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Is more a hobby than the other thing. I would switch, but that's still future music. Alright, I enjoy the Super Famicom a lot, so that works out okay. I have never played on the Super Famicom, and I never owned one. For me, PC is working and videos and consoles are for gaming. Yeah, I mean, you can see it like that, but I had a PC when I was like 6 or 7 years old. I was playing Die Siedler is the name of the game in German. I think in English it's The Settlers or something like that. Yeah, I was always a PC guy. I also played the Windows XP with the flipper, and that's where I started, right? I can't go for... I hate consoles because I like also FPS, first-person shooter games, and you can't play these on console. It's so shit with the aim assistance and stuff. It's just, you can't compare it to like PC gaming. Therefore, yeah, I like the fact that you can sit on the couch, relax, play your game. That's really cool, but it's just not the same experience. By the way, guys, if you haven't hit the like button, definitely don't forget to hit it if you enjoy the stream here. Would mean a lot to me. Alright, tried playing Rocket League when I was over there and it took me 20 minutes to find a game. Exactly. That's a huge problem. What's your main in League of Legends? What you mean, my main? I mean, my highest rank was always around Platinum 1 or 2. I never went to Diamond. Yeah, it's just too hard. You have to spend so much time. You need to get lucky, right, to actually get to Diamond. Oh, well, let me rephrase that. You have to be good enough consistently and carry your teammates to get out of Platinum or any other bracket. So I was always high rank, but still, yeah, around high Platinum. I'm trying to find a cloud job right now. Been learning Azure and AWS. Yeah, I was doing Azure a little bit, and then I started to do Google GCP, Google Cloud Platform. And I mean, it's always the same thing, right? It's just different namings for all that stuff, but in the end, it's the same thing. Yeah. And I really miss it. It has something really relaxing. If you actually know what you're doing in coding, you look at something and you find the bug, you solve the bug, yeah, you push it to Git, the pipeline runs through. This is all just IT stuff, guys. But if everything works at the end, it's such a nice feeling. That's the best feeling. Yeah. Oh, you meant a champion. I really like to play Akali. Akali is definitely the champion I played and practiced the most because I like champions who have a lot of you need a lot of skill to master. So Akali was always the champion I really liked because there's so many things you can do. Like, yeah, I'm not getting into any details because I don't want to bore you all to death because I don't think many of you are playing League of Legends. But yeah, Akali, I was always a mid and top player. And when I went to jungle, there's also, yeah, actually I was mid and jungle, and sometimes I play top. Jungle, I really like to jungle Kayn. There is this guy, North American streamer, Charisma. Pretty edgy dude, but I really enjoyed looking at his streams. And he was a Kayn beast. He was #1 Kayn, like NA. And I learned a lot from his stream. And yeah, really enjoyed playing Kayn a lot. Yeah. Okay. Any more questions, guys? Anything else you want me to get answered? Otherwise, I will be back tomorrow, same time, for the box break. I already showed you guys. There will be a box break here on the channel. We are going to open 3 Japanese booster boxes. It would be fine if you wouldn't have any more questions. My voice is dying, guys. yeah, I yeah, keep the questions coming, guys. Keep them coming. How long does it usually take to put together your card hunt video? I mean, I got some routine in it, and usually I film the card hunt is one day because I have to go to Akihabara. It's actually not that super close. I have to go by a train an hour to like Akihabara. Then I have to film and walk around there a lot, right? I'm not taking any trains in between, something like that. So filming one day and then editing half a day maybe. I got quite fast. I mean, the quality, of course, I could improve a lot of things, but as of right now, I'm happy with the quality and what I'm offering. So half a day. So if I would be super productive, I could do like 3 or 4 card hunts a week. Which I'm not doing, obviously, because also it would be boring because I would show you the same thing because stuff needs to change, right? But there is a lot of things I want to do. I mean, there is Osaka, another great city in Japan. It's actually quite far from Tokyo, so you can't go there like as a day trip or something. But there is Tokyo and there is Osaka. And these two cities have the most card shops. And I'm always showing you guys Tokyo and yeah, Ikebukuro and Nakano Broadway, all the cool cities we have in Tokyo, but there is more. There is more in Japan. There is Osaka, and I really want to go there. And I will go there in fall this year. And I will definitely do card hunting in Osaka as well. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Have you ever been to America? No, Nips. I have never been to America. And I'm also actually not that... How to not upset you guys. I'm biased because when I can't sleep, I'm watching like Instagram shorts, YouTube shorts, all that stuff. Yeah, some of you might relate to that. And all the time I see like the videos where you guys are fighting against the cops. And I'm like, guys, in Germany, the cops are there to help you. In America, it seems like the cops are trying to get you, right? And there's so many people running around with guns, and I don't want to die. It's super stupid. I know. I should go to America, but yeah, I'm currently holding off with that. I mean, usually I have to decide whether I'm going to Japan or another country which is far, and it usually is always Japan because of my family. I already told you about that. So this is why I haven't been to America yet. I should. Is there any quick tips or etiquette when buying cards in Tokyo? Last time I visited, I bought a few things, but I was just a bit intimidated to bother the store clerks more. No, there isn't. I mean, if you're respectful, if you are actually queuing up, waiting for your turn, get the person to open the showcase. One tip I can give you is look at the showcase, take pictures of the cards you want to buy. Sometimes they tell you not to take pictures. I do it anyway because unless they tell you not to do, you can't do it, right? Because I always forget when I call the dude over to open the showcase for me. I forget that I forget certain cards. I was like, okay, there's 5 cards I wanted. There's this one, and down there's a third one. Which were the other 2, right? This happens when you're like a little stressed or you have time pressure. So I always take pictures now. Take them quick. Don't make it like too obvious. Don't stand there like that. You're right. Take the pictures and then try not to waste his time. Like, get the card, look at it, decide. Get the next card, look at it, decide. If you're going at a nice pace, and also if there is cards you actually want to buy, tell him right away, oh, I'm taking this one. Oh, I'm not taking this one. Oh, I'm taking this one. Because then they will actually know you are here to spend money. You're not here to waste the time and just look at some shiny cardboard, right? Just do that. Then you will be fine. Have you ever considered working outside the EU? Software tech is huge, might come work with less work-life balance though, or not aligned with your goals. I have actually never considered. I had some coworkers talking about how great it is to work in the US and how much money you can make there. Might be true, but for me it's not only the money. I want to be happy, and for me right now being happy means staying with my family, being able to spend time with my family, my friends, not be that far away. Japan is an exception because I have family there as well, and yeah, actually my mom or my dad are at least coming once a year or even twice a year to Japan, so I will see them there. US would be a whole different story. But yeah, I think I should like increase my view on the world, right, and look at other things. But right now I'm quite happy. I mean, I'm doing the YouTube thing whole, like, this is basically my job right now. Nothing else I'm doing right now job wise, and I don't make that much money as I was making before with my like IT job, obviously, but it is enough to pay rent, and it is enough to eat some decent food. I can't buy that many cards though, that's bothering me a lot. But at least I'm able to do what I love. Yeah, handling cards, buying cards for you guys, sending them out. All of that process I like, so it's okay right now. I think longer card hunt would be nice, 1 hour please. The thing is, you are one of the few, because if I watch or I have a look at my watch time for even the best card hunts, which are like pretty decent views, the average time people are watching is under 10 minutes, even for like 15, 20, even 30 minutes videos. So there is not that much of a point to make longer videos, because the average is not looking or watching the whole video. Which is also why I'm considering, for example, in the card hunt I just uploaded today, I'm showing Card Rush and Dragonstar at the very end. I'm also already considering to make another video where I say, oh, I went to the new Card Rush, and I just show that Card Rush clip, which is maybe 4 or 5 minutes, because people are not watching until the end. It's like that. You might get distracted, or you don't think it's that entertaining. At some point you switch off, and this is why I'm not doing a longer card hunt, even though I could. And this is also the reason why I do part 1 and part 2, right? Because I want people to watch that stuff, and to watch that stuff. Yeah, I'm repeating myself. Hi Nico, hi Mystic LV. Do I know you? Are you a friend from Germany? Your name is somewhat familiar. Okay, is the JR Pass worth it? So for all you guys who don't know what the JR Pass is, it's not a Yu-Gi-Oh card, it's not a Pokemon card, it's the Japanese Railway Pass. And you can only buy this pass if you're a foreigner coming to Japan. You have to apply for it before coming to Japan, I think. At least it's like that in Germany. You pay a certain amount of money for a certain amount of time. I think you can go 1 week, 2 weeks, whatever. And the whole reason to get it is you can ride a Japanese bullet train as much as you want. And I can only tell you it's the best thing ever. I mean, bullet trains in Japan aren't cheap. Sometimes flying is cheaper. So if you're able to get the JR Pass, if you can travel along the whole country with the JR Pass, it's super worth it. I know that they increased the price of the JR Pass dramatically, like recently, but I still think it's super worth it. You should get it. I mean, you can go from like north of Japan to like south of Japan. You wouldn't be able to do it without it. So definitely, if you want to see a lot of the country, not just Tokyo or Osaka or whatever, get it. It's super worth it. America is a crazy place. Okay, good that you tell me as a local. There are areas in America completely separate from everything you see on social media. Yeah, I know that I'm having like the glasses on and I'm just seeing what basically YouTube and Instagram show me. I'm not that dumb, right? I know it's just a small part they are showing me. It's the same thing, like if you think about Japan, you think about Akihabara, right? The maids and all the crazy lighting stuff and all the crazy people doing crazy things. And Japan is not like that. It's just a small part. It's the most interesting part maybe, which is like pushed on social media because it gets views and clicks and whatever. I know that it is the same for US. Don't worry. I really want to eat some nice American barbecue and stuff like that. Yeah, I would love to do that. At some point I will go to US, and I know that you guys also have maybe not the same card shops as we have in Japan, but you have certain card shops, and I will definitely at some point go to America. Alright. Bro, I don't blame you. That's the main reason I want to move. My fiance comes to visit and she's scared to walk outside. Love that feeling in Japan that you don't have to worry, like you said. I'm not gonna comment on that. I was just recovering some phase in the US. Don't worry, I know it's just a small view I'm having here, right? I know there's way more to explore, but it was just funny to read your comment here. All right, good evening, David. I watch all of the card hunts. Yeah, I really appreciate you guys. Maybe I should get a Patreon where I do uncut card hunts. Then you will get even more content. But for regular YouTube, it's not suited. People are not watching it. That's the reason. My little brother has the same name. Love the content. Thank you. Do you know about the two different versions of Blue Eyes in the EX starter box? One is a bit more blue than the other. Do you eventually know which one was printed first? I mean, I don't really know about it, but I would assume the different coloring comes from the different versions, because I already told you, or maybe you weren't here then, but the starter box has two versions. Not the starter box, the EX starter deck has two versions. There is the Stadio Dice version, which is the reprint, and there is the first print, which just says Kazuki Takahashi in like Chinese lettering. And probably depending on which one you have, the color looks different. I mean, I showed this to you already, but I will show it one more time. Because actually the box art is different colored already, right? You see that? This is the Stadio Dice, this is the reprint basically. The more rare one is the reprint in this case. Regular box. Lighter, darker. And usually you could argue, oh damn, this is just sun faded or something like that, but it is the same coloring all over the box, so it's definitely not sun fade or something like that. These were made in different factories, for sure. Or at different times in the same factory, but they changed something, right? So the color difference, I would assume, is coming from this. And again, guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I'm going to open this because this is already half opened, but I'm saving this for the 2K special. So if you are not subscribed yet, subscribe so we can open this thing for my binder collection. I'm collecting all decks in my binders. All right, any else? What got you into Yu-Gi-Oh? I was a kid. I was watching the anime. Yugi was the coolest dude I've ever seen. I mean, which anime character has the same hairstyle as Yugi? I think there's nobody. I was hooked in totally. Just, yeah, love at first sight, I would say. So cool monsters and so on. JR Pass is more powerful than Exodia. This could be a meme. Ever entered an OCG local tournament? Do most card shops only sell cards, or do most also have a Yu-Gi-Oh locals? What's the usual card shop customer interested in? Never attended a tournament because I'm not a player. My experience in playing was done with dual monsters, so I don't know any rules about Yu-Gi-Oh. I know that you have to tribute for 5 stars or more, and I also know some stuff about synchro summoning, how that works, but it really ends quite quickly, so no. Most card shops, most card shops do not have locals. It's the bigger card shops, and usually the card shops are quite small. If you have seen some hunts, okay, you might not get the impression how big the actual place is, but usually the places are quite small. In the newest card hunt, at the very end of the video, I'm showing 2 places which are like quite new, Dragonstar and Card Rush, and they are doing locals, and but most of them don't. So the places are too narrow in Tokyo, especially. What's the usual card shop customer interested in? I mean, it depends, right? I mean, yeah, it's really subjective. Can't answer that. It depends on the person. Are there a lot of card shops in Germany? I've never seen a card shop like those in Akihabara. I would have to drive hundreds of miles. In Germany, no, we don't have card shops. I mean, I'm not saying at all, but I know there is a small, or he's still double the size of my channel, a YouTuber who is running a shop quite close to me, but it's more like a toy shop, you know what I mean? They sell toys, anime merch, and cards, but it's not like full focus on just cards. They are doing a lot of things. So we don't have that in Germany too. So this is why Japan is so special for me. I would pay for Uncut and Card Hunt $10 a month. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I really have to set up some Patreon at some time, because I have actually some content I don't wanna make publicly available like to everybody, because it would be a topic where people would try to profit from, and I want collectors who really care to get that information first. I will have a look at Patreon at some point, but not now. I'm too busy right now with keeping what I'm doing right now. Thank you for me showing it. Appreciate it. Sure, man. Whatever makes you happy. If it's in my possibility, I will do it. Is there any specific place for Pokemon vintage cards? No, there is not. And I'm telling that to a lot of guys. Since I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh channel, people watching my channel, not everybody obviously, but the majority is interested in Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. So I'm just showing the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. But most card shops are not like selling only Yu-Gi-Oh cards, right? Because Pokemon is much bigger. Also in Japan, it is the biggest thing when we're talking about TCGs. So every card shops I'm showing has Pokemon cards as well. Definitely just go to the ones I'm showing you. You will find the Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, but you will also find Pokemon stuff. Let me check the battery on my phone real quick here. Oh, I have still 50%, no worries. Okay, let's get it like this again, even though I'm not showing anything. So yeah, just go to anywhere you want. One advice, check out the Ikebukuro card hunts on my channel. There is 2 or 3. One is coming up really soon. I have one already recorded. I just have to edit it. But I'm saying this because Ikebukuro has some really nice Pokemon card shops, and I will actually show them to you in the next card hunt. I'm not going to upload a card hunt every week because it's special content. I can't just dump card hunts because I want to keep it as something special for my channel, and there's also a lot of other content I want to do. But the next card hunt will be a Ikebukuro card hunt, and I will show some really nice Pokemon plays as well, so stay tuned for that. Favorite booster monster? Mine are like Phantom, Devon, Eldeen. Ah, okay, you are referring to the booster cards. Okay, I was thinking like the cover cards of any boosters. Mine is Water Elemental. I don't have to think twice. I can show you for all the people who are not familiar. This is also a video I want to make at some point. I have to rearrange. This is my booster binder. Booster binder. There's no booster packs inside, but there is the whole booster series in this pack. What do you think, guys? Do we have these cards in the TCG? Blue Potion we have. Obviously these two we have. The other ones I'm not sure. We have this for sure. Yeah, no, LOB or MRD, I don't know. But most of these we don't have in the TCG. And these are booster cards. These are also cards from machines, vending machines. And this is what the question was referring to. These are very hard to find in good condition. And my favorite card is Water Elemental. It's so big, the binder. Sorry, I have to turn it a little bit. But there it is. This is the card. It's basically a small like fairy, water fairy or something like that. What I like about this card is the coloring. Can you please focus? Yeah. I think the colors on this card are very unique. There's not that many Yu-Gi-Oh cards which have this light blue coloring here. And these are very expensive. Even in Japan, you pay like $60 for a mint copy of her. But first of all, you have to find her. That's the first big problem. Yeah, these are booster cards. I'm missing 2 or 3 cards in this binder. When I get these, I will make a showcase video about the booster card series. I did one way back when I just started my channel. It's been quite a while since I did that video, and it was also still a video I did in German. Why is the focus always locked? Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. I have to figure that out. But when the binder is completed, so by the end of the year, I will definitely have it completed. I will show you this whole binder. I will talk a lot about these cards and this binder and the artworks used here. Most of them are not in the TCG. If they are in the TCG, they are like tournament pack, common, super rares, whatever. And the ones that didn't make it in the TCG, you at least probably have seen them in one of the first Game Boy games, right? This is all I'm gonna say right now. Okay, what else do we have? Do card shops put ranks on their cards? Yep. Depending on the card shops, the ranking system is different, but they do. Yeah. What theme parks or attractions do you recommend in Japan? So, Brandon, you're going to Japan soon, right? It feels like you're going there soon. Theme parks, my girlfriend really wants to go to the Universal Studios. I want to go there too, but it is really hard to get tickets to go there. Actually, they are always sold out, and if not, they're very expensive. What I also can recommend is the Fuji Q Highland. It's like Mount Fuji, the Fuji, Q like Q, and then Highland. I went there as a kid with my family a couple of times, really loved it there. It's a great theme park. And there's also a lot of, if you're into Ghibli movies, I really like Ghibli movies. It's basically my childhood as well. There's a lot of Ghibli themed parks in Japan as well. There's two, I think. There's a Ghibli forest and there's a Ghibli museum. Yeah, these ones I would recommend. As far as I can remember, there are also two different versions of the non-stadiodized version, which are colored a little different, similar to this SM51. Interesting. Yeah, definitely send me a link, comment it under the live stream or under any other video. I will see it, or best on Instagram. That's interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that there's actually different colored ones, because yeah, it's a card I don't care that much. I have one, I need one clean, but I didn't really look further. But if it looks really cool, I might have to look into that more. Overview comparison of the OCG rarities and what they look like. Never seen some of the rarities in the TCG. Yeah, that's a video I should do, right? Like showing off every single rarity in the OCG. That's definitely something I should do when I'm not doing card hunts. I have it actually written down on my to-do list as well. It's just there's always something else I would prefer to do. But at some point I will definitely do like an overview. Yeah, that could be interesting. Should make a series showing original card art that you can only find in OCG. Yeah, that's also cool. What I also really would like to do is, I call them twins, because Konami reused certain monsters, maybe changed a little bit of the coloring, and they rebranded it as a new monster, but you can obviously see it's basically the same card with different coloring or different angle, and I think that's a cool video as well, right? The Yu-Gi-Oh! Twins, and it will also tie quite nicely together with the OCG exclusive old artworks of the original cards. Have you thought of doing an all Ultimate Rare video for other series like GX and 5Ds? I have thought about it, and I have recorded my GX binder already. But I recorded it without like any talking. I'm just going through them. Like I have a Japanese binder, because in Japanese, for example, if we are talking SOD, Soul of the Duelist, there's Japan only printed the super and ultra rares as ultimate rares, and the TCG actually did the rares as well, right? We have the retail, ultimate rares, and the hobby. This is the reason why I had to mix these up, and I went for the German copy because it's the most easy to access and it's for me the most nostalgia connected to it. I can show you the first page maybe. But I actually, is it the one? Yeah, this is the one, for example. And as you can see, we have a German Horus der Schwarzflammdrache level 4. It's again not focusing, right? Yeah, I have to do it manually, but it was like automatically focusing. Yeah, this is the Horus. Man, is it really that flat of a foil? I mean, I know that these are flat, but yeah, it's super flat. The Asian English one is also flat, but better. Can't get the right lighting on it. Yeah, it's super flat. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. But yeah, I have this kind of binder. I could show it, but yeah, I don't know why I'm not doing it. I don't know what to talk about this, right? I can show it, but I wouldn't know what to say about it. But it exists already, as you can see. Ultimatives Insekt Level 1, Level 3, Level 5. And in the OCG we only had the Level 7. It's like that. Some waifus. The beasts. I have it, guys. I just didn't show it. I mean, I haven't shown that much of my collection anyway. Because, yeah, why I'm not doing this? I think it's not that interesting to show, but maybe I'm wrong. You can tell me. It also has some, yeah, holes, as you can see, some places where there's nothing in yet, but eventually I will fill these back up. These are also nice, right? Omar just did a video on these. By the way, if any of you have a copy of this guy here in Ultimate Rare, this focusing is annoying. There is supposedly a version of this which has more carving to it. And I looked around and I also have like 3 copies here, but all of them look the same. And usually these deeper carvings or alternate carving kind of ultimate rares, they're not that super rare. I mean, at least 1 out of 4 copies should be a little different if there is actually a difference. If any of you has a link which shows like the clear difference for this card especially, I would really like to check it out. Just send it on Instagram or comment it on the video. But yeah, also Grand Mole, for example, you can't get in Japanese, so you have to get another version, English, German, whatever, European, or Asian English. But you can't get all of them in Asian English, it's too expensive. Yeah, basically like this. I'm not going to show the whole thing here, but it already exists. Maybe when I'm coming back, like by the end of the year, I will show you more of my collection, but as of right now there's so much other things I have to do, or I feel like I have to do first, but it's not going anywhere, right? Okay, Ghibli is good. I just want to say that I went to Tokyo in March and stayed 1 month, and it was really helpful to have your guides of stores. My favorite one was the big Fuku Toreka. Regards from Brazil. Appreciate it a lot, AC. I'm always happy that, yeah, actually my guides are helping you guys out. If you're like in Japan the first time, it's really difficult probably to find the places, and you will just walk through them because it's so hard to spot them, right? You walk through that alley which is completely overloaded with lights, music, and a lot of like small, yeah, plates of the different stores which are basically, yeah, showing you where the store is, but there is so many of them that you will miss them. And I thought, yeah, why not do the top 10 video? And I will do an updated top 10 video of my Akihabara shops. A lot of things have changed by the end of the year. Before I go home, I will do an updated version, so yeah, definitely check that out. You also have my favorite card, Ramoon. Yeah, of course. I have all the I have all the old cards, and I can tell you it's not just one copy I have. I'm hoarding these a little bit because yeah, whenever I get them, I just like to, I can't sell them. I like to keep them even if they are like damaged. Do you like hyper matte sleeves? What are hyper matte sleeves? All I use is regular sleeves. I'm fine with the sleeves I'm using right now. I'm using these like from Japan. I always bring them. Duelist Mini. They are like pretty decently sized, as you can see. Not too tall. And they fit really nice into these side loaders. I had all my cards I showed you in the binder are like in these side loaders, right? This is basically the Japanese way of storing trading cards. And these fit perfectly in these side loaders. So this is what I'm going with. And since I'm not playing or dueling, I don't need any other sleeves. Oh, yeah, so this is the only sleeve I'm using. Alright guys, I think I'm going to finish the video here. What do you think about the Chaos Soldier PSEC JP004? I got one in Tokyo and it's really interesting because it's the only one that's not written replica as far as I know. Okay, interesting. Let me check that card out real quick here. PSEC. 1 second guys. I can also show you what I'm looking at here. Let's switch here. I'm now on Card Rush on the Japanese page here. PSEC JP004. PSEC JP004. This one. Okay, yeah. The card which was given out in the lottery. 3,000 copies? Was it more? I'm not sure. What was wrong? Okay, it doesn't say replica. Oh, yeah, you're right. That's interesting. I mean, why isn't it not saying replica? So for all of you who doesn't know, let's switch to the other cam real quick here. Check out this Dark Magician girl, right? And on the bottom here, let me refocus one more time. You see it says replica on the corner here, right? So many people are messaging me, asking me if these are fake. And there's also people spreading false information on my channel that these are fake. These are not fake, guys. These are real, legit cards. You cannot get the Dark Magician Girl without this replica tag. Same for the BLS, but now we are proven wrong. Konami decided for some reason not to put the replica tag. This only means that this card was given out as a tournament promo at some point, and whenever a certain card gets like given out as a tournament prize card, all following prints will get this replica tag, so you can differentiate even if you're not knowledgeable in Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, this must be the prize card because it's not a replica, and every other single print has a replica tag to it, right? This is what this replica thing is. And for some reason, the BLS Ritual version was given out in one of the first tournaments as a stainless steel. It's a 1-of-1. Also made a video on that topic on my channel. Definitely check that out if you're interested. But for some reason, as you can see here, they didn't put the replica tag. I don't know why. They should have done that. I mean, you can tell that this is not a stainless steel card because the stainless steel is also vanilla, right? It's not even blue. It's not a ritual. But according to the rule, Konami should have put the replica tag on this card. So I don't know why then they didn't do it, but they should have done that. I want that mat. This one here? It's the mat from the 20th anniversary set. There were like I think six different playmats. This is one of them. These are not expensive. Maybe $30, maybe a little more, but not expensive. You can get it really easy on eBay, I guess. Hyper Mats are a brand from Japan that make very nice sleeves. Okay, I don't know. It's probably because I'm not a player, right? If you are a player, you need a lot of different sleeves, like over sleeves for your cards and so on. But yeah, since I'm not a player, I don't know much about sleeves. I'm just using sleeves to basically ship cards or sleeves to, yeah, protect my cards in my binders. And I'm not a guy willing to pay lots of money for sleeves. I have this deck box here which says OG sleeves. This is the most expensive sleeves I have here. It's not like a sealed package, but these are pretty nice. And yeah, these are old sleeves from the OCG, and these came in certain boxes as like, yeah, an extra bonus. They got sleeves in, like, it was called the Structure Deck Deluxe set. There was 2 different versions, and there's these green sleeves, there's these like bronze sleeves, and these are super nice, right? Very nice quality. I mean, almost red, but in reality they are more orange than you see on the screen probably right now. Super expensive. I mean, still you can get them, but I wouldn't get them. I got these like used, like open. These are very good condition, and I use them for like my binder collections. When I have empty spaces, I put these sleeves in because I think these are very subtle and nice and vintage. But yeah, they are too expensive. I mean, why should I sleeve up my cards in expensive sleeves when there's still cards I want to get? I would prefer to spend money on cards, not sleeves, because technically, I mean, these could be remade anytime. I'm pretty sure they won't be remade, but it's the same for posters, right? Technically, you could remake posters as well. Maybe they wouldn't be like exactly like they were back then, but I wouldn't want to take the risk. Yes, that's what made it interesting for me to purchase this. I don't know why Konami decided to eliminate the replica. It would be interesting to know that. Yeah, true. If I find that out, I will, yeah, get the information at some point out to you guys. But as of right now, I don't know. Is there actually other like 3000 limited cards? There was the Dark Magician, right? Would be interesting if there was also a tournament promo which also didn't receive the replica tag. But yeah, I have that in mind now. I will, yeah, look out for that. If I find out anything about that, yeah, I will definitely let you guys know in a different live stream maybe. And yeah, if you haven't pressed the like button, guys, press the like button for me. And yeah, now I will finish the stream. 2 hours. I was just planning to do a short testing stream for tomorrow's box break. If you want to join the stream again tomorrow, we will do a little box break. 3 boxes are getting opened on the channel here. And yeah, if you guys have any questions tomorrow as well, I will answer the questions again tomorrow. And yeah, hope you guys learned something new here. It was very fun to do this, yeah, little chat with you guys to interact a little bit more. And yeah, hope to see a lot of you very soon again in a new video. Your bilingual duelist. Ciao.